Describe in single words only the good things that come into your mind about your mother.
My mother?
Yeah.
Let me tell you about my mother.
What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain.
Have you ever been in an institution? Cells.
Cells.
Do they keep you in a cell? Cells.
Cells.
When you're not performing your duties, do they keep you in a little box? Cells.
This causes it. This causes it. This causes it. Information overload. All the electronics around you poisoning the airwaves.
You are listening to the High Tech Low Life podcast, a cyberpunk media retrospective. High Tech Low Life contains language and themes not suitable for all audiences, as well as spoilers for the content being covered. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome back to the High Tech Lo-Fi Beats to Study To podcast with your hosts, Eric and Josh. I'm Eric.
Soy Josh.
Still doing that, I guess.
I guess so.
Oh, it's been quite a week, and we're here to talk about 3 short films found on the internet, trying something different. I enjoyed watching them for a change of pace.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Just to go back a second, I honestly, for the life of me, do not remember when I took my one and only Spanish class, if I was assigned, I think it was one of those classes where they give you a Spanish name.
Mm-hmm.
I do not for the life of me remember what mine would have been.
Mine was Enrique.
Okay, that was my question.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Okay, fun aside.
I took 3 of them. Learned a lot more on various job sites than I learned in school, unfortunately.
Yeah, working. Like, believe me, I can sell you a fucking water pump in Spanish like nobody's business. Bomba de agua?
Yeah. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. We are here this week to talk about these short films, and we'll get to it in a second. There's some things we like to talk about before that. And this week I wanted to mention something because we might have a little extra time.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since I've delved into the Spotify comments.
Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go.
I just wanted to point out one particular user because it's very funny to me. I'm not going to say their name, but they have posted, hopefully they'll listen to this because they're a pretty regular listener. 10 different times telling us that we need to stop talking politics because we do not align with them, and I do not think they are American.
Well, no.
Here's a little taste. Came to listen to about a cyberpunk book, got a detour through pro-Palestine and anti-gun laws. Come on. Can we plug into anything anymore without having to hear about biased politics? Eye roll emoji. Trying to learn about a niche genre in a 1960s book, not hear about anti-Zionism, for fuck's sake. This is one of 10.
Wait, did we cover a 1960s book?
I think it's Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Do Androids Nut in Electric Teddy Bears?
I got that was 60s. Okay.
All I can say is thanks for being such a loyal listener.
Yeah,
there are a lot of comments, and no, we're going to keep talking about politics because politics is cyberpunk, motherfucker. And if you don't understand that, you're not understanding the books you're reading, and you need to open your fucking brain up a little bit. If you're a right winger reading cyberpunk and not connecting the dots, you are not a smart person. You are not a thinking person. You need to re-examine your fucking life. You're a loser, and I hate you. But thanks for listening.
Yeah, cosign everything he said.
I don't know what else to say, man. We get so many of these comments. These people like, what do politics have to do with cyberpunk? Motherfucker, everything, dude. That's why we're here.
What do you think we are doing here?
Why do you think this genre was created? You fucking idiots. Come on, please. Get it together. Stop watching movies because you can't handle them. You're not smart enough to handle movies. Go
watch, you're doing it wrong.
Go watch your fucking special snowflake football halftime show that because you can't stand the goddamn non-white guy singing at the real football halftime. I'm losing my fucking mind.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at these comments because I love hate comments because it means you've made it.
Yeah.
I'm just mad at the state of the world that people don't understand what this genre is and how it works.
Yeah, it's people are dumb and don't know things at all. I mean, that's the thing.
That really narrows it down, but it's the base truth.
It is the base truth of our current reality. People are dumb, don't know things.
I saw a video the other day of a guy was talking about how conservatives watch Star Wars, and they're like, the rebels should have just complied. Darth Vader did nothing wrong. And that's so inaccurate, because that's not how these idiots watch Star Wars. They watch Star Wars and think that Luke Skywalker is them, and they're too fucking stupid to realize that that's not the case.
Yeah.
They don't know they're the Empire.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I'm having trouble coming up with things to say simply because we've gone over this so fucking much, and it goes, and I spend a lot of time both typing this and or just screaming it
into the void. Yes.
Yeah. When I don't want to go to the trouble of typing it. Mm-hmm. Or like, hey, I'm probably getting pretty close to another suspension from r/cyberpunk. I should probably cool it for a week or so.
I feel like we have to keep saying it though, like, because I feel like every now and then a new right winger wanders into our podcast because they didn't fucking understand Neuromancer, and then gets mad at us for talking about the literal actual cyberpunk dystopia we are living in.
Yeah, or maybe they're just more interested in, the aesthetics of a cyberpunk dystopia, but none of the dystopia. Neon.
Yeah.
Cool arms.
We all love that shit, people.
Yeah.
That's great shit. But that's not the point.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay, that was fun.
People are bad and they should feel bad.
People are bad and they should feel bad, and they don't know things.
Yeah.
Also, I should mention, because I feel like people online don't do this enough, that mixed in with these few moron reviews, there are a lot of cool people saying nice things. So if you go to Spotify and leave us nice comments, you're a hero and a legend. And
greater than the 9/11 heroes.
Greater than all the 9/11 heroes combined. And you know who you are, because some of you are quite regularly posting on there, and that's fucking dope.
Nice.
We don't respond on there. Some of them are in the Discord too, I know, but still doing the Lord's work, posting nice things on Spotify.
Yeah.
Do we have any dystopia we want to get into real quick?
Let's see.
Because this is a podcast about dystopias.
The closest thing, there's sort of the generalized, the dystopia vibes that have been continuing and building for, I don't know, since before my life began.
Yeah. Since these books were written in the 30s.
Yeah. The thing that I can think of that's new and exciting in the past week is that the Olympics are on. I haven't seen a fucking second of them, but apparently there has been a bunch of sabotage of the rail lines in northern Italy where the Olympics are taking place, which sounds like it could be
cyberpunk.
It sounds like it could be the start of a cyberpunk book.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, there have been I think the article I read this morning said there had been 4 instances of at least one, an explosive device was found but didn't detonate. There were also a couple of fires intentionally set on the tracks.
Wow.
So now if this were, I'm out of practice and study on my, because we've been a little preoccupied with the U.S. for the past decade or thereabouts.
I am sorry to our international listeners. It is what it is.
Yeah. I apologize. My bandwidth is so limited.
Yeah.
But so I don't know exactly what's going on in terms of northern Italy, potential separatist movements. There's a whole world of things this could be. If it was Spain, I would assume it was Basques doing it, just because that's their go-to move.
Yeah,
but yeah, I just thought that was a really interesting story. Like, I haven't heard anything about this except for like these 2 articles that are linking each other to, 2 news reports in Italy. But it's not getting the coverage that that one failed bomb in Atlanta.
I got a fucking movie
30 years ago. God, that was 30 years ago, right?
Yeah, it was. I remember.
Yeah,
I remember when it happened. I will say the Olympics are pretty bad, and usually bad for the places that they are held. I'm not like a big Olympics hater because I know that sporting events. This is something I've discovered later in life. But sport has value outside of the money that it creates or extracts from an. Like I think that stuff has an actual value that's hard to state. So I don't want to like just be a hater on these sporting events, but the committee that puts them together is pretty terrible.
Yeah, but the Olympics are. I mean, of course, I don't know. I guess at some level, they're maybe the best of the international sporting bodies. Like, when you throw
bar.
Yeah, when you throw them, the bar is in hell.
Yeah.
When you throw it up against like F1 and the World Cup, where like they're literally killing slaves and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm really looking forward to June.
Yeah, we're getting some of that World Cup action.
And it's going to be annoying because 2 huge teams will be here. Fucking Argentina and England.
Never heard of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been thinking about it a lot with our own sports stadium situation, which is a fucking mess in Kansas and our county particular. And I don't know where I fall. I don't like sports are a problem. I think they're as much as I dislike a lot of them, I think they are important and good for society, but they're also, man, they're really a way to extract a lot of money out of places that don't often have a lot of money to give away.
Yeah.
So,
and that's why they are in our county.
Yeah. One other quick dystopian news I wanted to talk about because it kind of sucks is all the layoffs at the Washington Post, which was already pretty much a shell, but it's getting real hard to be a journalist these days in a time when they're more important than they've ever been, and that's pretty fucking dystopian.
Yeah. I saw a fun stat this morning that Jeff Bezos, owner of the Washington Post, earns more in 1 minute than the entire budget of the Washington Post. So,
he could take a 5-minute break and like fund them for a couple of years. So, but instead he's laying them off, which fits his interests. Not surprising.
It was never. It was never about he wants to do news.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, most of the people who own newspapers for the past 30 years have not been interested in news. I mean, they're all owned by big, well, not all, but all your major newspapers are owned by big multinational corporations who got in when newspaper money was good, which it is not anymore.
No, certainly not. It's the worst. Well, one of the worst parts about fascism is just looking at how stacked the deck is against you on every front and trying to maintain hope that you can make things better. And it just always seems to be getting more and more stacked. But nevertheless, she persisted.
Yeah.
I guess we got to keep going.
She persisted to stay on that train and then explode. Spoiler.
Oh, that's what we're talking about. Okay. I wanted to let's pivot to recommendos and then we'll get to the main meat. You had requested that I watch a couple movies. I only got to one of them. I'm sorry. But it was Chungking Express, which I quite liked. It was very sweet, little kind of weird, romance type. I don't know what the fuck to call the movie. It's kind of weird, but it was good.
Romantic comedy,
sort of.
Question mark.
It's some weird like drug running in it.
Yeah. I love that movie.
Big recommendo for me.
And that cover of the Cranberries song fucking does it to me every time.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And wasn't that by the actress? Wasn't she the one singing it? Yeah. And then I also just wanted to shout out the Night of the Seven Kingdoms or whatever.
Yeah.
The show's a lot of fun. I've been enjoying it.
It is. Yeah.
It's deep enough in now that I think I can recommend it.
Yeah, I was not dreading it starting, but I was not looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Because I got so sick of Game of Thrones by the end, and then House of the Dragon I watch, but it's got don't. I mean, it's got so many fucking issues and is just so up its own ass because it's trying to follow up. Game of Thrones was the big show of the 2010s. I mean, like, they went so far as to, for House of the Dragon, they literally just reused the theme song.
Yeah.
Because they want to make sure this is just as important.
Yeah.
But I really love the dumb, small-scale slice of life Night of the Seven Kingdoms stuff.
I would also argue we are in a time when it's nice to have a protagonist who is just not morally gray. He's just a good dude doing his best. Maybe a little dumb, but not like an idiot. You just want to root for him because he's just a nice guy.
He's just a guy. He's out there doing his fucking best.
He's not emotionally damaged like Tyrion. He's not, he's just a guy, and it's nice to root for a guy like that for a change.
An enormous guy, but still just a guy.
Big, lovable lunk, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And that kid is really good, too.
Kid is fantastic. I hate children, but that one...
What a little face on that guy.
Yeah. He's cute. He acts really well. Yeah, that kid is killing it.
Yeah, and there's, tons of great English character actors in it.
Yeah.
Like, I think they've hired almost every English man that has not previously been on Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon.
Possibly.
I mean, they're close to reaching the peak.
Every English person has worked for HBO at this point.
Yeah. I've been enjoying that show way more than I expected to because it's doing the thing that I really want, which is if you're going to make a sequel or a sequel series, it doesn't have to be the same thing as your original one. This is some idiots dicking around in a field. It's not. We go into it with the knowledge immediately that this is not about who's going to get the crown at the end.
Yeah. I will say it is kind of hard to get used to because it does feel like Game of Thrones, and Game of Thrones, you're expecting at any moment, like that kid could get his head chopped off or something crazy. Yeah. And it's lower stakes than that. And although I think, character deaths are still on the table.
Yeah.
It's probably, that's not the vibes it's giving off, but still you watching it, you're a little like an abused person.
Yeah.
With their abuser, like waiting for the
just
hit.
Flinch whenever the door opens.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit, is the mountain going to come through? God damn it.
Exactly. Anyway, do you got anything? I'm sure you do.
I do. It's a very, very little this week for me. Okay. Number one, I watched the new version of The Muppet Show.
Oh, yeah.
Came out on Tuesday or Wednesday. It's on Disney Plus. It is exactly The Muppet Show. Yeah, and it's something that I and many, many other people have been saying for years because they, over the past 2 or so decades, they keep trying to reboot The Muppet Show and get the Muppets on TV. And there was a sitcom thing, and then there was this other thing, which was formatted as kind of a talk show thing.
There's that porno they put out. That was weird.
That was called Avenue Q, and it's not an official Muppet
Okay, I was joking.
product.
I did not know anything existed.
That's the thing that the Internet is for Porn came from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a Broadway show. Or off-Broadway, I guess. I don't know. But the thing people have been saying for years, myself included, is, I don't know, do the Muppet Show. There's no reason that the dumb variety show with a guest host can't work. I mean, you have some skits, you have a musical guest, hey, and we're done. And they very effectively did that. And I was really impressed with the guest was Sabrina Carpenter, who, she integrated with the Muppets so goddamn well.
Yeah, she looks like one of them.
Yeah, she kind of looks like a fucking Muppet. She is totally game. It's if Miss Piggy was not insanely jealous and a real girl,
God, she needs to find the blue fairy.
Oh God. It's great. There's a wonderful bit of business where she duets Islands in the Stream with Kermit.
I saw that on YouTube.
Yeah. It's very fun. And I mean, it could be, like I said online, it could just be my, Gen X nostalgia acting up, but fuck, it's just Muppets, just goddamn felt having a good time.
Felt having feels.
Yeah.
It's never a big Muppets kid. I never really got into them, so I've never connected at all, really.
Yeah.
But I don't begrudge anyone who does.
I have also pretty much the only other thing that I've watched this week, or at least the only other thing that isn't an ongoing. I started watching after, I don't know how many times Jeff has suggested it to me and various other people. I started watching a television show called Banshee. Have you heard of this show?
Not the varieties of Enshrine?
No, not.
Okay. No, I don't
no.
think so.
Sadly, there is no Carrie Condon in this. Okay, so it's a Cinemax show from...
God.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to get to that. Cinemax show from 10 years ago. I think it ran from 2012 to 2016, something like that. It's a totally okay show. It stars the guy who plays Homelander on The Boys as this guy who gets out of prison, ends up getting into a little bit of a scrape, and ends up pretending to be the new sheriff of this small town in Pennsylvania, Banshee, Pennsylvania. And it's mostly a tits and guns show. Every episode has some kind of action scene, and every episode, at least for the first 2.5 seasons, like clockwork. It's like the old AV Club commenter, HBO CEO of Tits wrote it, where you're going to get 2 topless women per episode.
Fantastic.
But more importantly, for the context of us, one of the co-stars is one of our favorite fucking dudes, Hoon Lee, from Warrior and Hamburglar.
Okay. Yes, he's awesome.
Hamburglar. Yeah, he plays this high-level hacker who is also trans.
Wow.
And he has a real bad attitude, and I enjoy his character a lot.
He's like the neutral arms dealer from Warrior, if you've seen that show, which you should if you haven't.
Yeah.
And who's neutral to all the gangs. And then in Hamburglar show, which actual name is...
Your Friends and Neighbors.
Your Friends and Neighbors, where John Hamm plays a burglar.
Yeah.
He's John Hamm's financial advisor who is going through it.
Yeah. I think that's coming back next month, maybe.
I hope so. I enjoyed it. All right, we got to talk about these short films.
That we fucking do. I titled this in my notes, High Tech Low Life, Shorties Watching Shorties.
Shorties Watching Shorties. All right. What order do you want to cover these in? First of all, we probably should have talked about that first.
Yeah, that's true. I watched them and took my notes in the order that you sent them in the email. So it was Lost Memories 2.0, Anima, then The Masseuse.
Okay, I watched them in a slightly different order, but we can cover them that way. Because I watched the two on YouTube first and then went back to the Vimeo one.
I also watched Lost Memories.
I did too, when I saw it pop up that it was available.
Yeah.
Which, not necessary viewing for Lost Memories 2.0, because they basically cover the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, let's start with that. Little French joint.
En français. Yes. Okay, so both Lost Memories and Lost Memories 2.0, directed by Francois Ferracci.
Okay.
The first one was 2012, and it's like 3 minutes long. And it's just it's a trailer backstory of...
Yeah, it's like almost like a proof of concept that he could do the tech that he would really lean into in the second one, it looked like to me.
It is exactly that. I read a couple of interviews with him, and this Lost Memories, the first one, was prompted by he got a call from a film festival we're looking for films about what you think, short films about what you think the future will look like. And he, being he has mostly worked in CGI, visual effects, and like title design. So he's one of the guys who designs the titles to like many French TV shows, I guess, based on his IMDb. So he was like, great, I'll do that. And he shot both of these movies on a commercially available fucking DSLR camera. And there's actually a short video, like 3 or 4 minutes long, about where there's a little of the process of doing the visual effects for it. And it's really neat, honestly.
The visual effects are super cool.
Yeah, they really are.
Before we start, did you like it?
Yeah, I think Lost Memories and Lost Memories 2.0 are my favorites of this week's.
Okay. I liked them for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think they all had their charms, and some maybe worked better than others. I think you're probably right that this felt the most like a movie.
Yeah, I think it's kind of the most, kind of the most cohesive, but I liked it the best.
Yeah. All right. Recap it.
Okay, so just to do a real short fucking recap of the first film, there's a couple hanging out taking pictures in front of the Cyber Eiffel Tower in future Paris. This
With
is
some fake other buildings, I think, that were added in. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, mostly.
Yeah.
It's October 10, 2020 at 5:12 p.m. The guy takes a picture of them in front of the Eiffel Tower. He posts it on Insta or something and gets, I can't remember if it was 5 or 50,000 likes almost instantly. Yeah, he's dicking with his phone, does kind of a Minority Report gesture thing and like throws up holograms. So he's dicking with that. The very pretty woman he's with pulls a Polaroid camera out of her bag, takes his picture, and then hands it to him and walks off. And then a giant solar storm wipes out all of the internet, and he loses all of their memories together.
Which, pretty cool concept, honestly. Like, if you've got all your memories in one spot, I would argue that you don't need pictures at all, but maybe that's not how some people feel.
Well, that's actually an interesting bit of neuroscience. Both in terms of pictures and also knowledge. When there have been a number of studies with especially cultures that don't use, or at least regularly use, writing, like verbal, storytelling cultures, where people can keep a ton of information in their head if they train themselves for it. Once you move over to using writing and keeping permanent records, or say taking pictures of stuff, you no longer have to You no longer need to develop the tricks and techniques to remember stuff.
Okay.
So there have been a bunch of studies that are currently not terribly conclusive about how the past 15 years of everybody's got a camera on them all the time, about whether or not that has deleterious effects on the human memory. Like when you're pulling out your camera to take a picture of the concert, do you remember the concert as well? And right now it seems to be leaning towards that does actually, like, you don't remember things as good because you take pictures of everything.
Well, you're definitely ruining my experience, the guy standing behind you.
Mm-hmm.
So
that is certainly true.
Stop doing it, please.
Yeah.
I don't mind if someone snaps a pic or two for posterity. That's fine. But when the person holds
if you're
up their
going to
phone,
hold it up for like a whole fucking song, fuck you.
Yeah. That's not what we're talking about, though. So that's interesting.
Yeah. So it ends with a voiceover by her saying, like, what do you have left in this digital era that is no longer? And he contemplates the Polaroid, at his lonely kitchen table. And we're done.
Yeah.
So, Lost Memories 2.0, 5 years later, the clouds have been rebuilt. And it's better and more cyberpunk than it ever was before. You no longer even need to hold your phone out to do Minority Report shit.
Yeah. It's very Minority Report in the beginning, too.
Yeah, and when I say Minority Report shit, it's just the, gestures and kind of the interface spectrum.
What did we give Minority Report for influence? Because
I think I ranked it reasonably high. I could be wrong.
It's definitely, you see it. The more we do this, the more I see Minority Report in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and everything is in kind of a format like kind of the white Apple Star Trek The Next Generation Minority Report format future.
Yeah.
So the cloud has been rebuilt, and it's way more cyber than it was before. And the protagonist guy has restarted his digital art gallery, which I assume is apes.
We only gave it 5. Oh wait, no, that's prescience. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, I assume
apes is all art in the future. We know that.
Yeah, I assume that's the case. It's extremely successful. He also considers it useless and like kind of
he hates
dumb.
he apparently listened to what his girlfriend said and now hates himself.
Yeah, but it is very successful. So he's got that. He's got that going for him, and he is
got
still
enough money for the fancy prostitutes.
Yeah, but he is still looking to get back with that girl from the first movie.
Kind of obsessively.
But anyway. Yeah, he visits a temple of love. Oh, yeah, and also we established the presence of the last payphone in town.
The last payphone in town, I enjoyed that.
Which just how open that title is, just the last payphone in town. It tells you exactly what you need to know. Like, yeah, this is it right here. So he goes to visit the Temple of Love, gets a sex worker, spends all night, and a lot of money.
Yeah, they show him continuing to re-up his time with her.
Yeah, this guy is
he can't bust.
Yeah, he's on some antidepressant, I think I can name.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is unable to achieve satisfaction.
Not for lack of trying either.
Yeah, they do be fucking. But he ends up talking to the sex worker, and it turns out, holy shit, she is a robot you can fuck.
Yes, a theme that comes up. Finish your drink. It's a robot you can fuck.
Yeah, it is a robot you can fuck. She wasn't always a robot you could fuck. She, before the crash, she used to be a surgical assistant in a hospital.
Once she was the robot you could fuck with hands. Sorry.
Yes.
Somebody's gonna get that reference. I know.
Yeah, I'll leave it. I was going to recommend exactly what it was, but
it's funnier to let it be a mystery.
Yeah. So, they end up talking, and yeah, she used to be a non-fucking robot, but now she's kind of out of date. since the cloud came back and they released the new generations of droids. So she got sold to a pimp and reprogrammed, but they failed to remove her memories and her AI.
That's brutal.
So she would like him to erase her because humanity makes her sad.
She's a non-consensual sex slave. Yeah, that's a bummer.
It really is. Humanity just kind of bums her out. Like, you people seem so happy sometimes, but just end up so sad in the end. It's like, what am I even fucking doing here other than earning money? So yeah, I get it, sister. But yeah, he goes ahead and shuts her down. I wasn't 100% certain if he's like effectively killing her or if it's just a
turning her off,
erase my memory type thing.
Yeah.
So I can start fresh. And it's not terribly relevant, but he does something.
I think it's the latter. I think he just formatted her. Mainly because the title of the movie is Lost Memories, and I think it's nice that there's just multiple ways memories are lost.
Yeah. Also, he did not spend the rest of the movie pursued by her pimp.
That's true.
At least as far as we see.
Because it's true. The pimp wouldn't care.
Because that was my first thought.
Yeah.
Like, oh fuck, he killed this guy's robot. This guy's gonna be pissed.
It's not a bad idea for a cyberpunk.
Yeah, it would be. It would certainly be a way you could go with this story. Anyway, instead,
the effect is cool. By the way, her face opens up because she's very human. Like she's not playing like Haley Joel Osment. She's very human like, and then her face just opens up and she slumps down.
Yeah, it's actually a surprise when you find out, oh, she is a robot, first of all.
Yeah.
And then, her kind of face pulps forward. I don't know. So, and every effect in this short film is pretty fucking incredible, I think, because this guy, the director and writer, is a visual effects artist. So, he knows how to do things right in the first place to make it easy. The protagonist keeps looking for the girl who abandoned him and ends up tracking her down through somebody who had seen her physical work, Polaroids, in a gallery in, I think, was it Mexico? Or
I can't remember. Yeah, it was someplace far away from Paris.
Yeah. And kind of he relays a message to her to call the last phone booth in town. And she does. And they talk. And she sees how he's changed. And she didn't think anybody could change. But she says, we weren't together at the end. You were already alone. You were too busy dicking around with the fucking social meds.
Yeah. You're more interested in your likes than in me.
Yeah, and then she gives kind of a, jerking off motion speech about how vinyl sounds warmer. It's about how film is better than digital, but it's still the same jerking off motion.
I mean, it's a filmmaker who made the movie. Let him have his thing.
It's a filmmaker who made the movie on a digital camera.
Yeah, but maybe he wishes. I don't know.
I just find the search for authenticity in our modern world to be very funny.
It's interesting for sure.
Yeah, vinyl sounds warmer and it also makes your mustache curlier.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, you've got workwear.
When the fucking cloud goes down, my vinyl's still going to play.
And so will my MP3s.
Not if it's a big ass EMP that wipes everything out.
You said the cloud.
I've moved the goalposts as is my right.
Okay. All right. Well, look, audience, chime in once Eric is right or wrong about this.
I like hard copies. You've got DVDs. What are we talking about? We're on the same page.
Yeah. I just think
DVDs are warmer than VHS. We can agree.
Oh God, man, I have such strong memories of those early fucking DVDs where they any scene that was super dark, it would just be black boxes like
all
square
over. Yeah.
corners. I was like, man, VHS is way better than this shit.
I mean, we're goofing, but that's a legitimate conversation that is interesting to watch go throughout the ages. The search for authenticity, like you said, it's a good way to put it.
Yeah. Anyway, she should be wearing workwear. It costs a $700 pair of fucking self-edge jeans, etc. She's not. But anyway, they decide to get back together. And that's the end of the film.
I will say it was weird to watch this as a guy obsessing about his ex, spending most of his time in front of a phone booth, having just watched Chungking Express, which is first half of the movie is basically that.
You are not wrong. I didn't even think of that.
It was like, am I in a fucking time loop this weekend? But still delightful. I love a phone booth. It's weird how phone booths are so ingrained in cyberpunk, but yet so useless.
So don't exist
in a cyberpunk world.
Yeah.
I kind of love it. They're romantic.
Yeah, I really liked this one. I mean, I think it's kind of the most, in my mind, it's the most satisfying of the three that we watched.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a clear beginning, middle, end, and clear motivation throughout. And also the effects are so fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, it's the next one we'll get to has a sort of different, also has a lot of effects, and the third one doesn't have many at all. But this one, I really liked the look of it, and it was, it's real good. Like,
yeah, it's clearly the most professional and fully realized movie. Although, if you're going on cyberpunk vibes, I think the second one might have it beat in the vibes department a little bit. But all right, is there anything more to say about this one?
No, I think like it's good. Like, you made a really good choice there.
Oh, thank you. It was random.
Yeah, I figured that. But like, hey, this was a good, enjoyable thing. Like, it hit a real good sweet spot in terms of, because short films, I've watched a bunch of short films going to like film festivals and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And short films are a real hard fucking target to hit. Like, some short films are way too long at 15 minutes. Others are way too short at 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And this one was a perfect balance of, like, I think it exactly nailed the requirements of the story, and also was fucking cool.
Very cool looking.
Yeah. I mean, that wig changed color.
The wig was sick, dude. Actually, and her lipstick matched the whole time.
Yeah.
It was a neat effect for sure.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Anima.
Anima. Directed by George Stokevich.
So this was not as good. Like, I can honestly say that, but this was pretty cyberpunk feeling.
It is extremely cyberpunk feeling. It is also, not as good. I would have been super fucking impressed and interested had I seen this in, 2016 as a tech demo for some video game. Hell, at that point, probably Cyberpunk 2077. It's like, story-wise, it's kind of borderline incoherent, but it is pretty, like, it's cool looking. It's also a version of cool looking that I'm a little tired of at this point, because it does look almost exactly like cutscenes from Cyberpunk 2077.
I mean, it's definitely pulling for a specific kind of retro future cyberpunk. Yeah.
On the upside, that means there is a fucking cool third-gen Camaro.
Yeah, that's true. With the sick-ass metal slat rear window.
Yeah.
Which you still see once in a while. Sometimes you see them on like new Mustangs, and it's a real throwback.
It is Belgrade in 2129. we're cruising through a very, like, it's an exactly cyberpunk city. You know,
This short, by the way, is new. It came out late last year, I think.
yeah, I think that's right. Maybe the year before, but because a lot of the time with shorts, it's sort of hard to tell because release year might depend on, well, it debuted at this festival in blah 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 versus when it actually came out online. You know,
Yeah.
the dates might be funny, but yeah, it's very well done. I think the guy or guys. I had a little trouble with the credits because it's mostly credited to George Silkovich. I think
Pretty good.
his name. Yeah, I have trouble with especially that first name. It's close to Georgie, but
Yeah.
not quite.
DJORDJE.
Yeah.
George A sounds right.
Yeah. And also, so he is credited with directing and editing, and then there's somebody else, Miroslav Todorovich, who is credited with directing or direction as well. I don't know how that worked out, but
I was a little worried after I started watching and realizing how new this was. I was hoping there was no AI involvement. I don't think so.
I assume not,
because it is pretty arty farty, and most artists don't want to fuck with that.
Yeah, I did some research on this dude. He actually is primarily, his career is primarily in cinematography as opposed to our first director, who mostly does VFX. And this guy was the cinematographer on, what was the name of it? It was a giant fucking Indian film last year or 2 years ago.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Begins with a K.
Is it? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, why can't I find his name?
I just googled big Indian film. It's probably not going to get the answer.
It's like
KGF?
Kalki 28.
Kalki 2898 AD.
Yes. Okay. Yes, that. And that was a huge movie.
We should watch
2 years ago. It is pretty cyberpunk, seemingly, from the description.
I've been wanting to do a Bollywood movie. Let's fucking put it on the list.
Yeah. It's based on what I saw. It seems insane, but yeah. I think it is one of those like 3.5 hour
rough.
Yeah, like one of those big ass fucking Bollywood movies, but this one is set in 2898, where the final avatar of Vishnu has maybe been born from a test tube.
Nice.
And it seems fairly cyberpunk.
There's an untapped well of cyberpunk Indian movies, I think, that we are gonna be getting into at some point soon.
Well, we got to watch that one where the guy turns into the giant bird and then the other guy fires machine guns at him.
Yeah, that could be a number of movies.
There's one I'm thinking of in particular. It's the CGI is bad. Like it's a soccer field and the one guy. Yeah, you know it. Yeah.
But back to George A.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, he's primarily a cinematographer, and did the cinematography on that movie. And I think that makes a lot of sense with what we see in the film here.
Mm-hmm.
It's the shortest of the three at 9 minutes, maybe, with credits.
Yeah, I think
something
8.5 or something like that.
And everything in it looks cool. A particular brand of cool that I am not as into as I would have been 10 years ago, but whatever. It's all shot really well.
For the record, I think I'm still into it.
Yeah, and it's fine. It's one of those like, taste things where I'm a little over it. But yeah, Belgrade 2129. We got a cool 3rd gen Camaro with a radio, which rules.
Yeah.
And we hear that humans have to be reported if you see them because they're so unpredictable and dangerous. And then A fucking cool guy gets out of the car.
You can tell he's cool by his jacket and his fingerless gloves.
Yes. And he goes to a phone booth.
Oh, every cyberpunk movie has to have one, apparently.
Yeah. And he makes a phone call. And he calls a woman. And it is a pretty confusing conversation. This film was in English. And
possibly not originally.
I mean, the mouths line up.
I know.
It is, I will say, they are certainly not native idiomatic English speakers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, most people at this point in Europe, or at least many people in Europe, are, at least bilingual with English.
Not in Spain.
España. They find the S's too hard.
Had a hard time ordering a sandwich at a grocery store.
Yeah.
That was my bad, though. I'm in their fucking country.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, this it's a kind of confusing phone call because in English, the script it's not the most intuitive and sense-making thing. So he's calling a woman who is seemingly fin-doming him.
Okay.
Which, if you audience, I assume Eric is certainly familiar with this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, financial doming, where you hire a sex worker online who yells at you to write her checks, I guess.
That is a thing.
It is a thing. I don't exactly understand how or why, but
I've heard some OnlyFans girls who are like, the meaner I am, the more money I make, which wouldn't work on me, but I'm probably not the target audience anyway. So
yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I guess, there's a kink for everybody, and everybody needs a kink. I don't know, but yeah. And she says some weird stuff about how somebody's sucking all his juice, and he has to get here to pay her. Same place, same time, or same place, normal time, and you're never late. And he says, "I'm never late. It's a feature, not a bug." Hangs up the phone, bitch. And then gets back in his car. It is something
lost in not lost in translation, but maybe the Eastern European thought that sounded cooler in English than it did to an American, but it was also kind of cool in a cheesy sense.
It is definitely trying for something. I don't think it achieved it, but it is going for something, which is
it's a feature, not a bug.
Bitch.
This guy's a terrible actor. Let's just get that.
He's not great. He does look like a cool guy, though.
No,
we gotta give him that.
Yeah.
So then we cut to rainy, foggy city street. The Camaro's gone. He's walking down the street. There's a bunch of fucking scumbags on the street as well, and also this weird flying drone thing. And he gets scanned, and he's a cyborg.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. He goes to a club door, and there's a creepy doll who says a riddle and like a giant doorman.
Well, it wouldn't be a TTRPG without a riddle.
Yeah, that's true. The answer to the riddle is human. I don't remember what the riddle was.
It's one I've heard before.
Yeah,
on other actual plays. I think Rude Tales of Magic has used that riddle several times, and then they always make fun of the people who use the riddle. Like, can't you come up with an original fucking riddle? I've answered this 10 times now. Anyway.
Yeah, that sounds right. But anyway, he walks into a real cool fucking joint. Oh yeah, and the giant doorman is like missing half his face. It's all metal and shit.
Yeah, he's
cool looking.
T700 looking.
Yeah, T800.
800. I don't remember my Terminator.
Arnie is an 800. I don't remember what 700 is. If we ever saw it.
Yeah, I think that's just the robots without the skeletons, or without the
skin stuff. Yeah. So we meet a hot lady with a cigarette holder. She's obviously trying to give fucking Rachel and Blade Runner vibes.
Yeah.
She's the lady he was on the phone with. He gives her a thumb drive, I guess.
Something like that. It's a tech doohickey.
Yeah, she says, "Be a good boy and tell me who's sucking all of your juice."
Yeah.
And then, like, passes him a package of some sort.
Package of juice.
Yeah.
It's a juice box.
Yeah, then he goes to the bathroom and plugs a thing into his stomach, and his battery is now full, which we hear in voiceover.
Yeah, and he's got like a UPC code on the back of his neck.
And it, like, flashes.
Yeah.
And then he goes to somewhere else where there is either or both a 3D printer / incubator for an infant.
It's pretty clear there was a baby in there.
Yeah, there was definitely a baby in there. I was unsure if it was being 3D printed or...
I guess I didn't consider that possibility.
Because there was a bunch of tech involved, and then he plugs a thing. Maybe it's the thing that she gave him. I don't know.
It's the thing he gave, like,
into it. And then he walks away, and it says to be continued.
So I thought this was pretty obvious to me. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. This is clearly a real human, and it's requires this life support system, and he's getting power ostensibly for himself. And they're making it look like he's like this burning through his power, when really he's giving it to keep this human baby alive, which means he's on the human side.
Okay, yeah. I can, yeah. That is a reasonable reading of it. And one of the ones that I came up with, I also, on my second watch when I was taking notes, I was
3D printing a baby and needed power for his 3D printer.
No. On my second watch, when I was doing notes, I thought, wait, this is partially based on the weird OnlyFans Dom persona that the woman had. Like, wait, did I miss it the first time? Is she passing him breast milk that he is then going to put into the baby thing?
Who's sucking all your juice.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I was thinking, wait, is this some weird... And I don't mean weird in a negative way, just in a this is not my thing way.
We're in agreement that this is probably a human baby.
Yeah. I assumed from minute one it was a human baby.
Okay.
But it's an odd setup. Anyway, it looks cool. It seems like it could be a cool cold open for a movie.
Yeah.
As it stands, I mean,
let's withhold judgment until part 2.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing. It's definitely a thing and has some cool looking stuff in it.
Do you think he's actually working on part 2?
I honestly have no idea. Both of these first two guys do a lot of advertising work, which is kind of the realm. That's where, that's where most directors and special effects people like get all their money from these days.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Jonathan Glazer, the guy who directed Sexy Beast, which we talked about last week, and 2 years ago did Zone of Interest. He's a huge director. He does not make movies very often because he can make literally millions and millions of dollars every year working a week at a time on ads.
Yeah.
So they do a lot of advertising stuff. I don't know, maybe part 2 is somewhere in the back of his mind and has not been realized yet, or who knows?
Maybe we'll cover it someday.
Yeah, maybe.
Overall, I mean, it was going for vibes. It achieved the vibes.
Yeah.
Whether or not you're into the vibes, that's up to you. I was into it. The acting this felt like a bad 80s movie, but kind of maybe in a
potentially intentionally.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And
it also felt like people doing something in English that isn't their first language, and that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I think it would have worked just as well, probably better for me had it been Serbian. But
yeah. And had it been filmed on film because of the warmth that
yes, of course, the warmth
it needed. the grain and whatever else the chick was talking about.
What if it was just a series of Polaroids arranged like a flip book?
Oh, that's the ultimate. warmth that you can achieve. All right. Well, thanks, Anima. That was fun. Let's move on to our final film of the episode. 2018, 19?
I think that's right. I did not write the year down for that one.
I think it said it was uploaded 6 years ago. So
yeah.
The Masseuse.
Yes. The Masseuse. So we open with a Malaysian guy on a subway. He walks through a not terribly cyberpunk train station and through some streets to a place called the Pink Dolphin. It's a massage parlor.
It's worth pointing out that this is a Malaysian film. I believe that's how it was advertised to me, but it is in Cantonese.
Is it?
Yeah, it's definitely not Malaysian or Malay.
Okay,
and it feels Chinese. I think all the actors are Chinese too, but Malaysia does have a huge Chinese diaspora.
I saw the director Tan Se Ding. I think is I'm not sure how to pronounce that middle.
Sounds right to me. Say, I don't know.
Yeah. His first movie, which I can't remember the name of, was about a Chinese guy in love with a Malaysian girl. So
I'm guessing it's...
And I am assuming, based on the name, and this is a big assumption, I am assuming he is at least of some Han Chinese extraction.
Yeah. Well, Malaysia's greatest son, Uncle Roger, is Chinese as well. So there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
But the language is not Malay for sure.
I didn't feel like it was Malay, but I am not confident enough in my Asian languages to be able to nail, even vaguely guess.
Yeah.
So
I had the benefit of watching it with a Malay.
Yeah. Well, that certainly helped. So he goes to this massage parlor and you're like, oh, he gonna fuck? And then he goes in.
He gonna fuck?
And then he goes in and talks
I like the 3D cat. Like you see the real cat at Chinese restaurants.
Dude, I do not know why, but I love those little waving cats.
Yeah.
Every time I see one, when I walk into a fucking Asian restaurant, I'm like, I love those guys.
I would absolutely put a holographic one on the desk.
Yeah, it fucking rules. There's also oddly a Pulp Fiction poster on the background on the wall behind him.
Yep.
Can't say why. There's no answer.
Because they like Pulp Fiction.
Anyway, it turns out he is a service tech for the robots they employ here. So he gets sent up to the robot that needs services room.
She is, what a surprise, a hot lady. 3 for 3 on hot ladies.
A hot lady. Do you know what this hot lady's name is in real life?
Candy Ice.
That is correct.
What IMDb told me.
Yep.
She's
cool
been in a few things.
Yeah. She's pretty good. Anyway, she is an older model, 4th generation, and needs servicing. She'll probably be replaced, pretty soon or decommissioned because the newer models can sing and dance.
Yeah.
So he dicks with a chip on the back of her neck. This is not the best of, the special effects we see in this. In fact, this whole movie is largely special effectless.
I will note that his little screwdriver set, the only tools he has, I own the exact set.
They can be purchased at Micro Center. I also own that screwdriver set. So he dicks with a chip on the back of her neck and he's like, oh, you've been a long time since you've been serviced. I don't know. I guess her chip is dirty. I don't know, whatever. Then
you know what it's full of.
Yeah. Well, we never learn, is this a full release robot massage parlor?
Well, it is a country that doesn't like to probably talk about that type of thing.
Yeah. Then
although the guy that walks out later, he looks like he just had a full release.
Satisfied. Yes. He seems happy with the experience.
Yes, indeed.
He dicks with a chip on the back of her neck. They have a little conversation about how, she's older. She'll probably need to be replaced soon, but she also, even though she's a robot, she can experience a little dread and uncertainty about stuff. But then she goes ahead and tests her functions on him.
Yeah, she gives him a massage.
Yeah. And there is a real weird zoom on the hole that your face goes into on the massage table.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Like, it is a very out of place for the rest of the movie thing. Anyway, he goes back home to his dad, who has a crutch, and we hear a news report about droids doing all sorts of exciting new jobs. And his dad starts yelling at him about how he's brilliant getting hitched to droids. But you didn't forget what you were supposed to do, huh? And then beats the shit out of him.
Yeah. Good dad.
Yeah, great dad. The main character's name is Lung, and he goes back to the parlor and is checking on all of the masseuse's functions. She is given no name beyond masseuse.
At this point, you feel like he probably didn't need to come back. He's coming back under the pretense of continuing her fixing, but what more can he possibly do?
Yeah.
How much ejaculate could possibly be in that ship holder?
Yes. See, this film was interesting in that it has a number of levels of fake out in it, which, to some degree, I didn't like, especially where the movie ended up going, but I did like its commitment to fucking with me.
Yeah.
In terms of being a viewer.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a move you could make. It's not one I would have expected, but it is, it is set up. So he goes back, and they have a conversation while he's checking her functions. And he explains to her that there are things you can never understand. My dad was famous, but he's now disabled, and he wants me to be just like him. And she's like, she does a very funny comedy bit of immediately straightening up like she's got a fucking rod up her spine, and says, "I know, I am an emotionless and heartless robot." And then we get a flashback to his dad beating him again. Good times.
Yeah. It's weird though. He wraps the belt around his fist. He doesn't whip him with the belt. He more uses it as a belt knuckles.
Yeah.
Not how I'd beat a kid. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And she says, well, I mean, he's, my edited version of this says, well, he shouldn't own you like that. People shouldn't own anyone. He shouldn't, just because he's your dad, he shouldn't be able to force you to be just like him. And he's like, I've got to be. And she's like, do you even have any friends?
And he's 5,000 of them.
Yeah, check out my Twitter followers. And she's like, what about real friends? Yeah, that was a good bit. And he says, well, you're great. You can eat and sleep, but you just can't dream. And she's like, what's a dream? This has never come up in however many years of giving hand jobs.
Nope, never once. Also never come up in this genre before. What's so big about fucking dreaming?
I don't know, dude. I have only started dreaming regularly in the past 5 years, since my heart attack.
Are an android and the heart attack
turned
off your android?
No, the heart attack made me a fucking android because of the stents.
Oh, so now you are dreaming. That doesn't make sense.
I do not like it.
It's not fun. It's not. Well, one thing the movie says is he says you can do whatever you want in them, and it's wonderful. Yeah. And I'm thinking, all right, sometimes it's wonderful. Sometimes it's insanely depressing. Sometimes it's terrifying. Yeah. It's really a mixed bag.
It's a grab bag. Yeah.
Sometimes they're great. Sometimes you wake up wanting to put a gun in your mouth. Sometimes you wake up screaming. That's dreams for you.
That do be dreaming. But she's like, wow, dreaming must feel really good.
Yeah.
Because he does not let her in on any of that shit.
Yeah, she doesn't tell her about the bad parts.
So
he doesn't tell her about the part where you're in the endless line of urinals that are all overflowing with piss and you're barefoot and you have to pee desperately. He left that dream out.
I'm gonna say that sounds like a real bad fucking dream, man.
I've had it multiple times, and I've recently heard online other people talking about like enormous locker room, public bathroom nightmare scenarios. Anyway, it's a thing. Look it up.
I don't think I will, but
You're
I'm
new
going
to
blame
dreaming,
you.
Josh. You'll get there.
I'm going to blame you if I have this tonight.
It's an expert level dream. You'll get there.
Do my teeth have to fall out first?
That can happen. Sure.
I've heard. I've never had that happen yet.
I haven't either.
But
That's never been my personal freak out.
yeah.
Anyway,
Fuck
dreams.
Yeah, fuck dreams. She says, "Are you going to come back when you're done repairing me?" And then, okay, it's at this point that the film takes a slightly odd turn in terms of integrating flashbacks, because the sequencing gets a little weird because it starts cutting back and forth between a lot of stuff where he does come back because he's wearing a different shirt that he hasn't worn before, and she does a fashion show, but he's also getting beaten at the same time. And he maybe comes back 2 or 3 times, but then he comes back a final time. So, but first he has a fight with his dad.
Yeah. And
he calls him go ahead.
No, he stands up for himself this time.
A little bit, yeah. His dad's like, "Stupid son, how many times do I have to tell you that droids will destroy us all? Have you forgotten what you're supposed to do?" And we as an audience are like, "Oh yeah, he said that earlier. What the fuck's that about?"
He probably wasn't there just to fix her.
Yeah, he probably wasn't there just to fix her. But he stands up for himself a little bit. And then he comes back, dicks with a chip on her neck again, and says it's the last time. He's now installed an update.
And she can dance.
She can dance
if
now.
she wants to.
She can leave this world behind.
Yeah, she's about to.
And he says, "Let's leave together and never come back." So they have a fun date. They have a little dinner.
It's a real her situation.
Yeah. They're walking down a street with a bunch of TV screens on it and bubbles in the air.
Yeah.
She has an Amelie-like sense of wonder.
Yeah.
If anybody's seen Amelie from 2002, 2001, whenever that was.
Childlike joy, experiencing new things. She's never been out of her little massage room.
Yeah. It's unclear if she snuck out, if he killed the boss lady, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And as they're going along, she sees a giant ad for a newer version of herself.
Yeah, that was actually like that scene.
Yeah. And then they go on the train, or go to get on the train, and he gets scanned by security. She doesn't, because she's a robot, I guess. And he seems to be getting progressively more fucking bummed.
Yeah.
And quieter. And she's like, "Where are we going to go?" And he says, "The further the better. I don't give a shit." And she says, "You won't regret this, will you?" And then, "This must be what dreaming feels like." And he says, "I've got a surprise for you." And puts her hands over her eyes. And then walks away, leaving her on the train and CD boards.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, that's a bummer. She's like,
ghosted her.
He's gone. Where'd he go? And she runs around. She sees him on the platform as the train is driving away. And then the train pulls away, and he pulls a thing out of his pocket and triggers the detonator. And there's an explosion. And then we cut to the news talking about how the subway train exploded, leaving 31 dead and 47 injuries, caused by a 5th-generation droid. Dad is now happy.
Yeah. My son, you exactly like me, a mass murderer.
Yeah.
A terrorist.
Now the government's going to have to regulate them, and Lung brushes his extremely happy dad off. He's like, "Fuck you, Dad," and goes to his room.
Can we talk about the elephant in the room with this? And I mentioned it last week, the AI episode, during the aughts and teens, when movies like this had come out, and they'd always be oppressing the artificial intelligence, the robots and stuff. Mm-hmm. And you'd be like, how can they be so mean to these robots? These robots are slaves. These robots are, they don't deserve this. They were built and put into this life by humans. And now, as AI is coming around, and the hate I feel for it, I am starting to identify with the bad guys in these movies a little bit, because I seriously think it's like a danger to our society, and it's for different reasons, obviously, but it's a weird thing that our modern dystopia has put on me.
I see you, and I see where you're coming from. In my mind, and this is just for me, in my mind, the AIs we see in these films are quantifiably different than the absolutely fucking dumb nonsense machines that we have as AIs today.
That's true.
The fact that they have the same name is not quite coincidental, but it's accidental, I guess.
They're really not comparable. You're right.
In my mind, it's a completely different a hugely different thing.
But
it's like the difference between a Volkswagen Beetle and that little bug you see crawling around on the ground.
yeah, okay, good.
They're both beetles.
Good comparison.
We can't get away from them being called beetles, but
there is the possibility that this technology could progress to something more lifelike. I don't think it will ever get to autonomous thinking machines, but we could have human-looking robots walking around with like a replication of intelligence
with pulse rifles
and
Skynet.
Okay, we're going to a different movie now, but you see what I'm saying. And in that instance, I think I would hate the robots.
Yeah, I think that's
I think that would be justified, especially since nobody wants them. Nobody wants the fucking robots. Nobody wants artificial intelligence. It's just,
oh man, I saw a yesterday or the day before, maybe it was on Ars Technica, something like that. A poll had come out, had leaked from, I think it was OpenAI, where they had done a poll about like, how can we do growth? And the results of this poll were a full 36%, I think, of people said that they don't want AI on their phones and in their browsers, et cetera, because they don't have any use for it.
Yeah.
And the internal communications were like, how is that possible? It wasn't because I don't like it. It was because, what use is this to me?
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, I don't like it, and what is this use to me?
Yeah.
Would be my answer. But, and they were just mystified by it.
I look back to the removal of the headphone jack by Apple and how that pissed a lot of people off, myself included.
Yeah.
And, but they were like, no, this is the future. This is the way we're going to do it. And I guess they were right, or maybe they made the future that they wanted to see.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like removing the headphone jack isn't $100 billion endeavor, for one thing. You know what I mean? And also
it actually saves money.
Our entire economy isn't hinging on the headphone jack like it is on AI. So I feel like they're just cocky that they can just move us in that direction. And I don't know that it's going to work this time.
It is fun and interesting to see those guys go into failure mode, like the Microsoft guy. I don't know. It's been within the past probably 2 weeks, saying like, we really have to convince people to use this, otherwise it'll turn out this whole investment has been useless.
Oh God,
which is like, I don't know. From my mind. Yeah, that means, like, if you have to convince people to use it, then
you've already failed. Yeah.
Like, you're past, you done lost already.
You need to create something useful, not create something and then convince everybody to use it. That is not how this works.
But what if we throw another $10 billion at it, bro?
Well, that might keep the ship afloat for another couple months. It's a nightmare.
It's not good.
I mean, there are uses for the learning the language, whatever LLMs.
Large language models.
I'm not
Yep.
denying that, but it is not as It is not this big thing
No.
they are claiming it to be, and I don't know how people don't see that. But
Yeah, it's okay. So for my master's thesis, I used what if I were writing it up today, I would undoubtedly be forced to write AI in it.
Mhm.
I used machine learning. Basically, I taught a computer to look at vaguely circular-ish shapes within a certain size range and notice those in large-scale photographs effectively.
Mhm.
People would be very upset if they had any idea how often I had to solve the computer, fix what the computer was trying to say when I'm like, okay, I've got kind of this from this oval shape to this size of vaguely circular oval shape. You'd be amazed at how many errors crept in. And it's only very slightly dumber than these huge $100 billion investments were.
Yeah.
It's truly fucking insane.
It's, I don't know. There are podcasts better equipped to talk about it than ours, but it's clearly...
Because we dumb as hell.
It's a nightmare waiting to happen.
Yeah.
So, and at one point we'll have robots you can fuck, or at least get massaged by, and that'll make it all worth it. So this movie, we've gone off topic. I did like this movie. This short film. I thought it wasn't as strong as the first one, and it wasn't as vibey as the second one. It was just kind of a little love story gone wrong. But I don't know. I thought it was all right.
I liked it. It is a bummer.
Yeah, well,
and the interesting thing about it is that it is not a bummer until it ends.
Yeah.
Because although like I said, it is, you're told something is not as it seems earlier in it. It's very easy to ignore that and turn this into a romantic
anomaly
film.
Yeah.
Well,
the main actress is quite charming.
She really is. She is very good. I would
and so
love to see
the
her
actor.
more.
Actually, the whole he doesn't really give menacing his father when he's like trying to punch his dad. That wouldn't scare me. But but as a nerdy guy in love with a robot, he's quite believable.
Yeah, you can all through this movie, up until the last 3 minutes, you're like, man, this could be a really nice movie. Oh, he fucking leaves with the robot, and what's he pulling out of his pocket? Oh shit, he turned her into a bomb.
So I kind of thought, I knew something like this was going to happen from the first time his dad said, "Did you forget what you were supposed to do?"
Yeah,
and I thought it was going to be like a virus that he put into her, and then she would go out and corrupt the other robots or something, but did not expect the bomb. I know did
not expect a Terry situation.
Terry, yes. That's easier to get across as in a film than that she goes out and infects other, that's hard to show compared to just blowing the fucking train up. So I don't know. It's a bummer ending, but a lot of this genre has bummer endings.
I think it was very good. I don't think I quite liked it as much as Lost Memories 2.0, but it is certainly, and apparently this has been optioned by, I can't and didn't write down the studio, and I think 2020, this got optioned to be turned into a major motion picture by the director.
Wow.
So... and I couldn't find anything about it since then, so I assume it's in development hell. But
could see it being they could maybe handle the ending with a little more care and get something that's more satisfying.
Or maybe all of our movie studios are dominated by streaming giants who definitely want AI to also be the next big thing, so it will disintegrate.
Yeah, that's possible too.
Yeah.
Or she puts a bomb in him and he goes off and blows up you.
Yeah. Fun times.
She massages a bomb into his skin.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
and the
I
ice
would
is
have kicked.
delightful.
I would have kicked the crutch out from under his dad in the
That's
first
what I would
scene.
have done too. Yeah,
Like
beating me.
yeah, there's also a level of, I think, a highly stereotyped version of filial piety of, well, you have to listen to your parents, that is present in many Asian cultures and many Asian people that I don't feel. So I would have beat my dad's ass, but
yeah, there's definitely cultural differences from
yeah,
my
it's a
experience.
cultural thing.
Yeah. So, all right, well, good job, Masseuse. 3 fun films. I had a good time. I think this was a winning experiment.
This was it was also a really good mix. Good for you for randomly picking these out.
Yeah, it was completely random. I take no
we
credit.
had like, oddly enough, for a film that features fin doming and sucking breast milk from a dominatrix. The second film was the lightest. But even the sequencing of these worked well for me, because in the email you sent me, it was Lost Memories 2.0, Anima, and the Masseuse.
Mm-hmm.
And if Anima had been the first one,
You might have been a little annoyed.
I think I probably would have been.
I watched Anima last.
Or if the Masseuse had been the first one, I might have been like, what the fuck are we doing here? So I think you randomly chanced upon exactly the right order to keep me in the game.
And you got to end with a bang.
Yeah, there's definitely a bang. 31 dead, 47 injured.
All right, let's rate these real quick.
Oh, fuck. How do we do that?
I got it written out here. I'm just going to put them as separate entries. But we got to do it fast because there's a lot of ratings. So story for Lost Memories 2.0. Story suffers a little bit in short form, but I think it was solid.
Yeah, I think this is this is a slightly different version of the scale than normal because we're working in shorts.
Yeah.
I think for a short, this was exactly right, like in terms of content to time. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a 7.
Yeah, I was thinking 7.
7.5.
Yeah, I was thinking 7.5. Yeah.
Okay.
It was good.
Yeah.
Anima, the story, little confusing. We're not sure if it was breast milk or a battery he was putting in the baby. Maybe he was 3D printing the baby. We don't really know.
We don't really know, but he did have a cool Camaro.
He did.
That doesn't count towards story.
That counts
but
for a
we
later
have
one.
to mention it.
It's going to run away with that category.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 5, I think.
Okay, I was going to go 4. Sure. Yeah, 4.
And then the Masseuse, I think.
Well, it certainly has the most upsetting story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 7's about right.
I mean, yeah. Like, I think if they'd stuck the landing better, it could have been higher. But
I think the last, I don't know, the 4th, 5th of the movie, where it was alternating between visits and beatings, was a little unclear. That could have been smoother.
All right.
Yeah.
Less beatings until morale improves. Influence, we're just stroking through that. These are short films. Prescience for Lost Memories 2.0. We didn't really get into it, but considering this movie came out in 12 or 14, it's pretty old.
Lost Memories 2.0 was 2016.
Or was it 16?
The first one was 2012.
Okay. I know Instagram and social media was very popular back then too. But it kind of went from I'm on social media too much to now it's like, oh, I've legitimately my brain is rotting from being on social media too much. It's a real societal problem now, not a fun personality quirk. So
yeah,
I think I like it. I'm gonna go with the 7.5 again.
I think that is very fair. I was gonna go 7. But I am revising to 7.5 simply because I am also scared of an EMP or solar storm.
Yeah, because you'll lose all your MP3s.
I will lose some MP3s. It depends on whether or not my devices are powered on at the time.
Yeah. What if you can't charge them?
Well, that all I have to do is like, look, I know how to make a generator.
I can
dude.
always manually turn my record player and put a little paper cone on it and here.
Look, believe me, I know how to make a fucking small scale generator. There is an exercise bike in the laundry room of my apartment building. I can bring that into my fucking room. I can fucking spin an alternator as much as I want. Dude.
All right.
Not a problem.
Real quick. I hear a lot of talk, like people asking like, oh, if the apocalypse comes, the apocalypse is kind of forefront in everybody's minds these days. And a lot of people are like, I'd just die. I just want to die. And I'm thinking, I think I'd do good. I'm just saying, I think I'd do good in an apocalypse situation and I would live. What do you think?
I think you'd probably do okay.
What about you, though?
At least okay. I am an interesting case in that I have a lot of very useful skills for an apocalypse. I know how to do a lot of shit. On the other hand, I'm not sure the stress of the apocalypse and the lack of medications.
Oh yeah, those are problems.
Would do well for my heart. Like 7 years ago, I would, had you asked me this question, I would say, yeah, I mean, I'll outlive almost everybody because I've got a bunch of dumb, totally useless in modern day life knowledge and skills that, like, I mean, they virtually make me unemployable now. See present. But when the apocalypse comes, I know how to deworm cows, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know all sorts of shit that's going to be super useful when the apocalypse comes. Now, whether my heart will be useful when the apocalypse comes.
That's a problem. You are reliant on modern devices to stay alive.
Well, look, I spent a year off my medication and didn't die. So,
yeah. The dice rolled well for that year.
It did. I mean, and hey, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Who cares? Like, worst case scenario, I die. Big deal.
Yeah. That's I don't know. That's just something I've been seeing pop up a lot recently, which kind of tells you where everybody's minds are at.
Yeah. Good times.
Let's rate the prescience of anima. Do I think the machines are ever going to take over? No, we'll be long dead before that happens. Sorry, AI.
Do we think that one AI will ever be fin-doming another AI? Yes.
That I can definitely see. In fact, you could just tell ChatGPT to fin-dom Grok right now.
Grok, yeah.
And it would do it. Grok would have to probably fin-dom. See, Grok seems more like the dom in that situation.
Should we do this? Like, could we bankrupt a major corporation?
Like as a Patreon episode?
Yeah, I saw an article yesterday, maybe, about it was a Reddit post where some small business owner, I think some drop shipping guy in England, had gotten I can't remember which AI, which LLM he had doing his customer service from like when he's not in the office, and somebody had convinced this AI to give him, and I think it was an 80% discount over the course of like a 2-hour conversation. And then the guy ordered like $8,000 worth of shit.
I would argue if you're using AI in place of an employee and someone can convince that AI to give you an 80% discount, that is absolutely ethical.
Yeah, I don't disagree. This guy was like, what can I do?
You can pay the fucking discount.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you say the prescience of anima is? I'm going to give it a 2.
4.
4 seems
3.
Okay.
Let's go 3. I mean, yeah.
I mean, I'd love to have that Camaro in the future.
That Camaro. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go with 3 because those Camaros do tend to have some rust problems.
Yeah. The masseuse.
Honestly, this is kind of the most realistic one.
I think so. I'm going to actually give it an 8.
Yeah. It's
obviously people are already falling in love with our shitty moronic AI. If you make one more realistic, people are going to fall in love and stick bombs up their asses all day long.
Yeah, yeah, and people are always going to be really wanting to do what Daddy says.
Yeah, yeah. Style, Lost Memories. I'm going to give that I'm going to stick with 7.5. It's got a lot of it. I actually fucking loved it.
Yeah, I'm honestly going to go 8.5 for
Okay.
that because it is. I'm actually laying off a little of the prescience onto this because, yeah, this seems exactly what it could be in 10 years.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I don't know, kind of here for it. I like the AR stuff. I think AR is cool. I know a lot of Shadowrun fans hate it, but I actually thought that was a cool thing they added to Shadowrun. Anima, I'm giving the style a 9. Your mileage may vary.
I have to commend it for effort because it is like it's the most cyberpunk looking thing that there is.
Yeah.
You know,
And my rating might be boosted a little bit by the company it kept in this one episode. Like I might not give it that high if we only had watched that, but
yeah, I agree. I think I'm going to go with an 8.
Okay.
I mean, because it's exactly cyberpunk. What do you want?
It's what we're here for, guys. It's this. The masseuse, I'm just going to hit with a 5. There's not really much to speak of other than his little holographic waving cat and his 5,000 followers.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I had forgotten the cat for this category, so I'm gonna go 5. My previous rating, which was going to be a 4.5, was just because of her cool little outfits in the fashion show section.
Yeah, she actually does have some cool little outfits. Lastly, 1 to 5 hand raisers for Lost Memories. I'm going to hit it. Okay, I'm not going to judge it as a normal movie because it's not a normal movie. So.
Yeah, you can't.
So I think it's as shorts go. I'm going to give it a 4. I quite enjoyed it. I thought it was the perfect length.
Yeah, I was going to go 4.5 for that one. As I said, I've been to a lot of film festivals. Shorts are really hard to judge because there's so much variability, and I think that one was exactly right.
Yeah.
Like
Anima, I'm going to give a...
If the robot sex worker had hand raisers, it would be a 5.
Ooh, shit, yeah. Can't argue with that. Anima, I'm going to give a 3.5 for a similar reason. If it was 3 minutes longer, I don't think I would have liked it as much, but it was the perfect amount of time for me to get in and get out.
I think I will go 3 for that and say that if it had been three minutes longer, it could have either dropped to a 1 or gone up to a 4.5.
That's true. That's a good point.
Like
they could have used that 3 minutes wisely.
It's kind of bereft of content in a way, not in a bad way, but just this is a thing I'm looking at and it is cool. If it was 3 minutes longer, it could be way cooler. Or it could be way shittier.
They could really shit the bed on it. The masseuse, I'm going to hit with a straight 3.
Yes, that is exactly my... Yeah.
I liked it. Didn't love it. I mean, I did quite enjoy it. So.
Like, it certainly seems like... I don't think Lost Memories 2.0 could be expanded to a feature film.
No.
Like...
It is what it was. This definitely could.
The masseuse could be. Like, I can see... pathways for that.
Yeah.
Be interested to see if that actually happens.
All right, so we did it. We did our first anthology. I hope to do them again in the future. There are plenty of sci-fi cyberpunk short films out there.
Yeah, this worked out way better. Like, this worked out very well. You did good.
Thanks. All I did was randomly sort the cyberpunk movie database by shorts and picked 3, but it did work out.
Yeah. Instinct.
Yeah. We're kind of sticking in the same anthology vibe for next week, though.
Yeah, I guess we are, now that you mention, and the fact that last week we talked about anthology shit, and the week before with Freaky Tales.
Yeah, so we're in an anthology mood. You got to give us a break. Next week, we're doing the only partly cyberpunk in small sections, but we're doing the whole movie anyway, because fuck you. 1981's Heavy Metal.
Metal fucking Hurlant.
I'm very excited. I loved this movie a lot as a kid. The opening Sammy Hagar song pops up in my head a lot.
They call it Heavy Metal. One-way ticket to midnight.
It's got some cyberpunk parts, guys. What do you want?
Look, it's got some cyberpunk parts. It has doing cocaine with a vacuum cleaner off the floor of a spaceship.
Yeah.
It's got fucking radioactive World War II zombies in a bomber.
It's got mythological big-breasted warrior women on dragons.
It got fat titty women who love Den.
And it could very likely have some really problematic stuff. That's
almost certainly.
It's definitely on the table, so beware.
Yeah. And neither of us has seen this for, if not 25 years, then very close to it.
Yeah.
I have not seen it since VHS was a thing.
Yeah.
So.
But fuck it. We do it live anyway.
We do it.
Actually, it would be a fun one to do live. I'm not going to lie.
Wow. Oh, shit. I am just looking at the IMDb. I did not realize that most of the cast of SCTV is on it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, John Candy is.
I knew John
Dan.
Candy was.
Joe Flaherty is in another one. Eugene Levy's in it. Shit.
Old friends.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
that's friends.
That's next week. I doubt. Did you pull a quote to get us out of here this week?
I'm never late. It's a feature, not a book, bitch.
Perfect. Bye.
Bye.
This has been the High Tech Low Life podcast. Find us on Bluesky at High Tech Low Life. Email us at hightechlowlifepodcast@gmail.com and find us on Patreon at patreon.com/hightechlowlife. Theme music by Nihilor at nihilor.com. Thank you for listening.
Keep it moving. Come on, what are you waiting on? Let's go.
They're trashing our rights, man! They're trashing the fluid data! They're trashing! Everybody, hide the planet! Hide the planet!
Shut up and get in the car.